Welcome to MotoMouths, the podcast for MotoGP, motorsports, and more. I'm your host, Zoe, and Taylor Swift is engaged.
My close personal best friend, Taylor Allison Swift, is engaged.
She's engaged.
Sorry, but this is the biggest news of the year.
This is the biggest news of my lifetime.
I know we're a motorsport podcast, but Taylor Swift did date Fernando Alonso. So
Exactly.
I think it's relevant.
It's relevant. And also, we cannot forget that her hated former record label, Big Machine Records, did sponsor the Nashville IndyCar race. There was a Taylor Swift IndyCar livery at one point in time.
Okay, I didn't know that, and I feel like that's cursed information, so no thank you.
Yeah, so our close personal best friend Taylor Swift is engaged to the lovely Travis Kelce. Killa Trav. And that's
that on that.
That's the most important news that certainly happened today.
Well, I know it's less exciting, but should we actually maybe talk about motorsports?
If we have to.
Okay. So Balaton happened.
It did happen. It was a really interesting race.
I feel like there is something that's really antagonistic about all the coverage about the track itself this weekend.
It was like going into it, everybody was like, this is the worst track in the world. It was fine.
I feel like there's a lot of things you could say. Like, on the one hand, left-handed track, stop and go. We know who that's good for. And I think it's fine to not like that, is what it is. The venue isn't great. I think is one thing that you can say about this track.
Beautiful.
Well, the actual track, they don't show the space too much on coverage. It's a great vacation town, but the track itself was a little dinky. I think that safety wasn't totally up to par, but I don't think it was as bad as everyone is talking about, because we see a lot of the things that happened, like the Enea crash and the Pedro crash, I think are really top of mind. That happens a lot of other tracks.
The Pedro crash was fucking insane.
The fact that he did this on Sunday to his little cameraman friend.
It was
Gen Z racer for real.
Cute. I was squealing over how cute that was.
But that specific, the thing with the bike cartwheeling, has happened multiple times. That's not a crazy thing. It just does happen. You just got to fix the fences.
It's like when the glass breaks in hockey.
Right. Exactly. It happens. We just try for it not to happen. I do think there's an element of Balaton that there's an audience kind of cannibalization happening. The attendance was really low. It is also a really tiny track. I think I've seen some people kind of liken it to Monaco.
Interesting.
Just in structure. But from the audience cannibalization thing, there are 4 tracks that are really close to Balaton.
Right.
The Red Bull Ring, I think the Saxon Ring, the Grand Prix of Czechia, which we just had, and the Netherlands are all within, I think, 2 to 5 hours.
Okay.
Of Hungary, depending on how you travel.
I get the argument. I'm going to disagree with you on this one.
I think it'd be different if Balaton was a cooler track and there was more happening. That's all I'm saying.
Sure. I just do think that Europe is so small that you can't really make that argument because everything's within 2 to 5 hours of each other, depending how you travel.
Yeah, but if you go to your dinky little track near you, or do you go to the Red Bull Ring? Or do you go to the Saxon Ring?
Balaton coming to a track near you.
We should be going to India. We've discussed this.
We have discussed this. We should be going to a convenient location directly between Chicago and New York.
Tennessee. There's a great track in Tennessee.
Actually, that would be a lot of fun. Let's race in rural Pennsylvania.
I feel like there's something we could do in Ohio.
I want to go to Ohio.
No one does. That's why they're all astronauts.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our predictions.
I was watching this and I was like, holy shit, Zoe's going to go 3 for 3. Zoe's going to go 3 for 3. You went 4 for 4. You went 4 for 4. And I was...
Count them.
I had a friend visiting this weekend and we were watching the race together and I was like, holy shit, Zoe's going 4 for 4. She's like, has that ever happened? I was like, I don't know. We're not keeping really good track of this, but it is really cool that you went 4 for 4.
I feel like there have been times that I've been really...
Close.
I've gotten 2 of the podium and the Fail King.
Right.
But I've never done full house.
Yeah, this was a royal flush.
Yeah, exactly. So let's refresh our minds.
Okay.
I predicted for Sunday's GP, Marc P1, Pedro P2, Bezzecchi P3, and Fabio Di Giannantonio is my fail king. And what are the history books going to say, Zoe?
Didn't have a great weekend.
There you go. You predicted Marc P1, Bez P2, very close.
Very close.
Johan Zarco P3.
He tends to pop up, and when it's vibing in the universe, I don't want to ignore it.
And you weren't wrong. The Hondas had a good weekend.
The Hondas did have a good weekend. He didn't do bad.
And Pecco fail king, which I think you're right.
I am right.
Right.
We thought it couldn't get worse.
And it did.
And it did.
Should we talk about Pecco?
Yeah, let's start there.
This is like,
buddy.
In my notes, I said, very bad, no good weekend, number infinity. It's so bad.
It's so sad.
So let me clarify. On Saturday, he did not make it out of Q1. So he started, I think, from like P14. On Saturday, he finished the sprint in 13th.
Oh my God.
On Sunday, and the warm-up session before the Sunday GP, he had a gearbox issue. That means he didn't even really get time in Sunday before the race. Had to completely overhaul part of the bike and then finish Sunday 9th. He looked despondent.
Oh, Pecco.
I will say there was one potentially maybe fool's gold kind of shining light at the end of the weekend.
He said this is the first, during the race, this is the first time I felt like myself.
He said that apparently before the Sunday race, they had found something in the setup. So the software piece, not like a piece of the physical bike, but in the software setup that made him feel like he could ride like himself again. He compared the change saying instead of millimeters, it's centimeters, which is so European, but basically saying it's a huge change. It's not a small one.
Aren't there 10 millimeters in a centimeter?
Right. He's saying it's big.
That's not big.
Comparatively.
Okay. It, to me, sounds like he got on some fucking Lexapro.
And you know what?
And this software issue is a placebo.
If he did get on Lexapro, I think that's a good thing.
Right? I couldn't agree more.
Nothing but a good thing. I don't even know what to say anymore about it because it's so bad, but it is so unfixable, I think, in my mind. That he just has to buckle down. And on some level, I'm like, buddy, you just got to commit to next year. This has to be a next year thing. You got to power through. This is all brain training for next year. Because next year, the issues with the bike are a 2024 engine with a 2025 chassis, I think. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They can go back to the 2024 bike as a whole if they want in 2026, which is the bike that Alex and Fermin Aldeguer are on. I'll just call it the 2026. It'll be the 2024. He just has to get through this year. Make it through this year if it kills you. I swear to God.
Pecco.
I don't know what else there is to do. Truly. I can't deal with the up and downs. I feel like I need Lexapro.
What ups?
Of him being like, we figured it out because it happened in Aragon.
Oh, this is true. And
I'm like, I can't. You gotta pull it together.
He's so sad.
He is so sad. But apparently he was singing while waiting for his media shift at the end of the day on Sunday. And people were like, who the fuck is that?
Okay, so he's bipolar and he's
manic.
A mania. He's manic right now is what's happening.
I don't know, dude. But you know which duo had a great weekend? Aprilia.
Aprilia did have a good weekend.
Marco did his thing of kind of flopping his way through Friday and somehow ending up on the front row. I'll be honest. If you end up on the front row every weekend, I don't mind if you have a shit Friday.
Friday isn't when the points happen.
Exactly. I don't mind. He had a couple moments.
I don't mind. Sorry, continue.
Okay. Anyways.
Continue, please. Sorry.
Okay. All I'm saying is Bez had a good weekend. I think it's really interesting because we talked about it. The Aprilia is historically good at some tracks, bad at others. They knew that Balaton probably wasn't going to be a track that they're good at based on historical data. And both bikes did really well. It's a really stop and go track. And part of the thing that Aprilia has like changed, I think, a ton in their bike is their braking capabilities. And that's what you need on a track like this. So I think Marco pulled his shit together over the course of Friday night to Saturday morning, which is great. There's a small chance that if Pecco stays as is, Bez could get up to him for P3 in the championship. I think there's like 80 points between them, which could happen. Who's to say? Not me.
I would like to see it.
I would like to see it. All I'm saying. And then here's the thing. Jorge Martin, I've said so many times, I want you to see Jorge Martin race because he's really good and he's really fucking fast. And I think no one's keeping up with Marc this season. And I wish someone would, if only for Marc's talent and ability to be validated through competition.
Right. To compare.
Right. And I genuinely think if Jorge Martin had been around all season, like I think he'd be up there with him because he is that fast. Do I like Jorge Martin? That's not relevant. But it was good to see him racing this weekend. Balaton is not an easy track to overtake on. Jorge Martin was the only one really overtaking people. I think he was moving. On Sunday, I think he started P15 or something, and he finished Sunday
P5?
P4, I think.
Yeah.
That's crazy. For a guy who was almost dead 3 months ago.
In the pod. In the fish pod.
In the fish pod. So I was happy to see that because it's like you want to hate rivals at full health.
Is he a rival?
He's fucking fast, dude. Like, I think if you give Jorge Martin a good bike and you put Marc Marquez on a bike, Jorge's going to be on his ass. I don't think he's going to win, but that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
So I was pleased to see that he's coming back and feeling confident. I think if you love the sport and you see someone who is so beat down just by like the universe and injuries and low confidence, I think it only there's a reason we love the Marc comeback story. There's a reason everybody wants Pecco to compete again. You want these big names to play.
Yeah, because it's fucking depressing otherwise.
Right. Like, I don't like watching a kicked dog.
If I wanted to watch a kicked dog, I would just like look out the window in the misery of my world.
I'd watch F1, actually.
Yeah, no, truly, I would watch F1 if I wanted to watch a kicked dog. I watched Lewis Hamilton do an interview.
His end of summer break post was so bad. I'm worried.
He is sledding it up to take his mind off things, is all I'm going to say.
The thing about Jorge Martin, though, is he's so good at making me forget that I have affectionate feelings for him.
Yeah, he has. Can I just say, I think he has a punchable face.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Is there a frat star equivalent in Spain?
I don't know, like a conquistador?
I don't know if that's it. I don't think so.
No, he's like the douchey guy at your hostel.
Yeah, 100%. And
it's like a Gucci crossbody and too tight jean shorts.
You have no idea how right you are and how accurate you are.
I've been to a hostel. I've met Spaniards in hostels before. I know.
No, he does have the tacky Gucci shit. I will say that. He did say at the end of the weekend how he finds building a race-winning bike with Aprilia infinitely more satisfying than winning races on a Ducati. And I'm like, is the building in the room with us?
Is the width in the room with us? Is Aprilia in the room with us?
Is this the same guy who 3 weeks ago was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here?
Is this the same guy who, when asked if he should apologize to the team, he said no?
Is this the same guy who's like, this is basically preseason for me. I haven't been on the bike at all. Fuck right off.
Also, the audacity? You've been on this bike for 2 seconds. What are you building? Okay, Bob the Builder.
Keep my wife's name out of your goddamn mouth.
Building.
Marco Bezzecchi deserves so much fucking credit for that bike. And like, I will die on that hill. End of story.
I'm so upset I can't speak on that. I can't speak on that.
Let's talk about Marc.
7 for 7.
7 doubles in a row. And I don't know if he's stopping anytime soon.
They would at times. They showed the like live championship update. And my friend Elena, who was here, just laughed because she was like, there's no point in showing that.
Like, stop showing it repeatedly.
Repeatedly, too. They're like, live championship update. And it's like, okay, it hasn't moved.
The race is still happening, actually. But on some level, it's like, we know how this is going to play out.
Yeah, like the commentators are like, if he keeps going like he's going, the championship just might be sewn up here in the next couple of races. It's like, no shit, Sherlock.
So I'm so glad you bring that up. We just had a double header. The big conversation in the last 2 weeks is, when is Marc going to secure the championship? Because it is not an if. It has not been an if in a long time. It's a when. Next race, not this weekend, but next weekend, is Barcelona. Marc is not as competitive there as he has objectively been in other tracks. What that means is that he has, in his entire time racing at that track, been off the podium once.
God.
So uncompetitive.
Oh my God, what an embarrassment. He shouldn't even show up.
Right? He just shouldn't even show up. After that is Misano.
It's over.
Based on the math from Balaton, if Alex doesn't have a good weekend in Barcelona, which
going past the last couple of weekends is looking likely.
Well, that is, I think, honestly, the most up in the air part of this whole thing. Alex's season has kind of fallen apart post-summer break. We've all seen it. He's never been the most consistent over the course of a season, which is really tough this year, I think, because he was so consistent. Starting. Had such a great start.
And we called him
Mr. Consistent.
Mr. Consistency King.
Right. And I think he deserved it. It's just really been post-summer that's like fallen apart for him, and I don't really know why. However, Barcelona is a track that he is competitive at. He really likes it. Marc doesn't really love this track. Alex does. So if Alex keeps his nose clean, there's a good chance he has a good weekend. If he doesn't, Marc goes to Misano and could win the championship there.
And then if not, he could win the championship in Suzuka.
Right. Japan is, if you're boring, the most likely option. If you appreciate joy and whimsy and narrative and like cunt,
it's Misano.
It's Misano. Because we don't get stories like this.
I know.
We don't.
To go to Misano and in your first year in Ducati and win.
For the listener, the other thing about Misano, not only is it an Italian race, which is a big deal for Ducati, Misano is Valentino's backyard. Misano is Valentino's race. To go and win
your comeback,
your 9th world championship, something that A, you never thought you were going to even have the chance to do, and B, never thought you physically could ever get that way. And then to do it in the backyard of the person who has spent the last 10 years villainizing you to the press, to the sport, to the fans, on an Italian bike as the teammate of the protege of that same guy, equaling his number of world championships. We don't get stories like that ever.
Delicious. Delicious. And I said it before, I'll say it again. I firmly believe that the arc of the universe bends towards good sports narratives.
Well, and the craziest thing too is like Marc Marquez is also famously a black hole. Like there's a journalist who has described him as such. And I love that as like a view of him, because in any other sport, someone who is in their early 30s, someone whose arm does not fucking work, someone who has not won races in over 1,000 days, is on track to not only win the championship super early, but is currently in a 7-race winning streak.
Is doing it in such a dominant fashion that it's honestly...
We never get this.
It's
you take all the nuance out of it. You just don't watch athletes come back like this when they're old. We don't get this.
You don't.
And to have him succeed in the way that he is so desperate for and has worked so hard for, I think is so incredibly validating. So I, for one, love mess. And the universe bends towards, like you said, great sports narratives. And also, somehow, whatever Marc Marquez sets his mind to. So I think it could be Misano.
He has a picture of Misano hanging above his bed and he's just staring at it.
So Marc is crazy. I've said this.
Well, we really.
But people were asking him at Balaton, like, if you win it like this soon, what are you going to do? And he's like, well, start planning for 2026. And people were like, what? And he goes, I don't know. Like, I haven't really started thinking about 27 yet, but I could do that. He's crazy. He's talked about this too. He spends, for example, before Balaton, we were at Czechia, right? He gets halfway through the weekend of Czechia and he's like already pivoting and thinking about Balaton. The man is not still. He's crazy.
He's not sane. The man is not sane.
He's crazy. I will say, here's the thing that happened. He won Balaton on Sunday by about 4 seconds. You know what else he did at the end of the race that he won by 4 seconds?
What did he do?
He spent the last 3 or 4 laps putting in fastest laps of the race one after the other.
Why?
Enrichment. Just because. Maybe he got bored. Why does he do this? I do also want to say this is a funny F1 piece. So Balaton is in Hungary. We know this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They also had their trophies were made of the Hungarian porcelain. And specifically, Marc was very careful with it because he normally does his little Mario woohoo jump on the podium.
Woohoo!
And they were like, hey, so you're pretty restrained. He was like, what? I didn't want to drop it. And they were like, oh, you saw Lando Norris drop it. And he goes, yeah, I didn't want to do that.
Yes, King.
Culturally aware.
Respecting the time, talents, and treasures of others. Lando could never.
Truly. The last thing I really want to mention about Balaton is fucking Luca Marini.
What did Luca do?
What did Luca do?
Sorry, there was 6,000 other things to focus on.
Luca Marini on his fuck-ass factory Honda ended the sprint on Saturday in P4.
Oh, yeah.
And on Sunday was P5.
Oh, he was P5. I don't know why I thought.
On his shitty, insane little Honda, Luca Marini did the goddamn thing.
He saw the other VR46 guys flopping and was like, somebody needs to step up here.
No, truly. He did overtake Frankie. And I was like, oh, this is tense. This is tense. I'm proud of him, though. I'm really proud of him. Actually, here's the last thing. Speaking of Frankie, the post-sprint car ride
was, first of all, visually atrocious.
Horrible. I mean, those leathers are so bad. They're what I like to call piss yellow.
Piss yellow. Specifically for my vitamin deficient girlies out there, that is B complex piss yellow.
And you're right. What does that say about Valentino?
He's vitamin B deficient.
Get him a shot post haste. Visually horrible, vibes rancid. I saw a lot of people talking about it because even Marc looked dead ass into the camera and was like, this is weird.
It was like The Office.
Yeah. Fucking Jim Halpert shit. And I saw people talking about it being also heard people talking about it. Our peers, our colleagues on the Oxley Bong pod were talking about it. And Matt Oxley was like, oh, I thought Frankie was peace and love and love to all mankind. I can't believe he wasn't talking to Marc. That's crazy. The indoctrination goes so deep. That he didn't say that. I'm paraphrasing.
But you could read between the lines.
Basically being I thought Frankie was a nice dude. I'm not going to say Valentino's name, but we're all thinking it. I thought Frankie was better than that. And I'm you don't understand. Frankie fucking hates Diggia.
I forgot about that.
You don't get it.
He hates Diggia. It's not even that Marc is there. You're glad Marc is there because he's about to whoop a bitch.
For once, it's not about Marc.
Everything's about Marc, but this wasn't about Marc.
Everything in MotoGP is about Marc except for Frankie hating Diggia, which is about Frankie.
And Diggia.
Frankie is fuck that dude. We all, we've been talking about it since Coda. It has come up multiple times. Frankie does not fuck with that guy.
No.
And I'm it's not about Marc. It was so uncomfortable.
Can I pose a real question to you? A real question.
I'm ready.
Did Frankie curse Diggia's bike on Sunday?
Listen, I believe if there is anyone on the MotoGP track that knows and understands what an Etsy witch is, it's Frankie. That I will stand 10 toes down on that.
I agree. I've connected the dots.
My favorite thing about Frankie is he has an American California kind of accent when he speaks English.
Yes.
Much discussed. So when people hear him talk, especially native English speakers, they're like, oh my God, he's so chill and vibey and peace and love. No, he's a little bitch. Have you guys seen him on track?
Also, you forget that Californians are literally the most rancid people alive.
Listen, you said that, not me.
But I'm right.
I will not engage.
Blink twice if I'm right.
I will say, I think Frankie should be able to be a hater as much as he wants. I think that is his God-given right for MotoGP almost killing him.
I couldn't agree more.
God, I love Frankie Morbidelli. Would love for him to win a race sometime. That'd be great.
He got points and a podium.
What we might affectionately call Freunds.
Oh, oui, points.
Frodium? Anyways.
Frodium, what that Bilbo Baggins guy was smoking in that crack pipe.
What that Frodium do? And on that note, I'm just going to let you guys know that we're on an off weekend for MotoGP, so we'll come back with predictions for Barcelona next episode.
Week. I think that brings us to the great wide world of motorsports.
It sure does. And I feel like it's been a really quiet weekend, Zoe.
Well, you know, there was one important announcement today.
And it's that Taylor Swift got engaged.
It was that Taylor Swift got engaged. And I was so pleased that this announcement took place today and that no other important announcements took place at all. In fact, no announcements of note at all or that I care about at all.
I mean, I didn't see anything else.
No. For some reason, Valtteri Bottas was like wakeboarding with an American flag, and I don't know what that was about, but it looked like it was probably AI. So like,
oh, it was actually confirmed to be not AI. So
no, I was joking. I was joking.
I'm sorry. I don't take AI as a joke. It's a very real threat, Zoe.
It is a very real threat. Need I reiterate, this is an AI haterism podcast. Okay.
If there's one thing about us,
it's that we fucking hate AI. Second only to the fact that we fucking hate Sergio Checo Perez.
Sam Altman, get in fucking line.
Fortunately, Valtteri Bottas back on the grid. Excited for him.
We love an employed king.
Love an employed mullet king. So glad that he gets to do Camp Americana. Love it for him.
If we get another like ad similar to that one Uber,
oh my God, that would be so good.
That will make it all worth it to me.
I agree. Also, the Kit Kat Cadillac racing team employed Disney racing team.
We have to say it. You say it. I can't say it.
Let's just move on.
We can't. We have to talk about it.
I really don't want to. It's just like,
it.
Are you not embarrassed?
Well, did you see what the comments he was making about Red Bull?
Oh, yeah, that like this is his like, he doesn't have to prove anything.
All right, let's back up. The unfortunate news that we're really talking around because we both hate it is that Checo Perez is going to be back on the grid in 2026 driving for Cadillac.
Kit Kat Cadillac. Give your dog a bone.
I really genuinely think this is an insult to American brands everywhere.
Couldn't agree more.
Because he's so fucking mid.
He's so mid.
Like what are we doing here?
At least Valtteri is a 10-time race winner.
At least Valtteri is 1/3 of Hambot Ver.
Truly.
Okay, I will say though, again, second thing that makes this worth it for me is that theoretically we get Hambot Ver back. Because they're all going to be at the back of the grid. You know that.
It's P19, P20.
All three of them.
DNF, Hambot Ver.
Like, at what cost? We wanted Hambot Ver back so bad.
And at what cost did we get it?
This
is what I'm going to say on this. Where are all these bitches screaming about people being too old to be on the grid?
Yeah, what happened to that?
Where's this? Where's that? What's up with that? What's up with that?
I would also say, where did Cadillac's plan go to get an experienced driver and a young driver to build a brand around? What happened with that?
Where's Colton Herta?
Alex Palou. I don't know. Whoever.
Whoever.
Snipe Arvid Lindblad. Like, that would be the coup of a century.
Ooh, yeah. Put Abby Pulling in the car.
Oh my God. We could have had Abby Pulling.
We could have had Abby Pulling in the car. The only Brit allowed in that American team.
Damn.
Moving away from that shitty news.
Oh, it's bad.
Much more exciting, happy news. Abby Pulling, speaking of which, got her first podium in GB3, placed P3 at Brands Hatch.
Our close personal best friend of the pod, Abby Pulling.
Our close personal best friend of the pod, Abby Pulling. Go off, queen. Kick those little boys' asses.
I'm just like so proud of her.
I'm so happy for her. You have no idea. Abby, I'm very proud of you. I'm very happy for you. Keep it going.
We love that. Like, truly, nothing in the world is as good as an Abby Pulling win.
Well, podium, but yes.
Well, I mean, more metaphorically. I want her to win in life. Does that count?
Yes. Also in the great wide world of motorsport, F1 is coming back from summer break this weekend, and we will be at Zandvoort for, I think, the last time for a little bit.
No, it's actually devastating. I want Casey Stoner to speak on this because I know he would agree with me. Losing these classic tracks, it's such a horrible thing to happen to the sport. And Zandvoort's such a cool track, and the Dutch audiences are so
It's
great.
so fucking hype. You've got Martin Garrix fucking turning shit up the entire weekend. They're all having the time of their fucking life. The weather's always insane. It's got a banked turn. What more do you want?
It's on the beach.
It's on the beach.
On the ocean. I guess my also confusion too is Max is still racing and is conceivably still going to race for the next 4 or 5 years. So why are we not having a Dutch GP?
Do we not like money? Does the money sport not like money?
No, they like money too much. That's the thing. That's the thing. This is also personally devastating because this time last year I was at Zandvoort. So I have to deal with the fact that I am another year older and also not there.
Who did you meet there?
I did in fact meet disgraced Mercedes driver Lewis Hamilton. He was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
He was so nice. I did also see Daniel Ricciardo in the flesh. We made eye contact. I saw Blake. That was very exciting. George Russell almost hit me with his car. Fork found in kitchen.
Who are you, Max Verstappen?
Literally. We're both hot and amazing and cunty. So predictions. The weather is supposed to be raining all weekend.
It's the Netherlands, fork found in kitchen.
Right. But still, it's good information to have. Would you like to go first for your predictions?
Okay, I'm going to believe in joy, whimsy, life, happiness, hope. Taylor Swift's engaged. Miracles occur. I'm going to say Max Verstappen P1.
Mm-hmm.
He is beautiful. He is well rested. He spent the break drinking gin and tonics, playing mermaids, and cuddling his orbital daughter. And
there's power in that.
There is power in that. And so I believe, and I'm manifesting this, I'm believing and manifesting in a Max Verstappen P1. I'm going to say an Oscar Piastri P2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say a George Russell P3. And then I'm going to say a Lando Norris Fail King.
Okay. I do think it's funny how when I do F1 predictions, I typically go off what I want to happen.
Yeah. And not what will realistically happen.
When I do MotoGP, I tend to do what I think will happen. And I think that's a really solid commentary on the state of each sport.
I couldn't agree more, bestie.
So I think for my prediction, I'm going to go with a Max P1 because I also believe in love and joy and the power of a newborn baby. I say as a woman heavily on birth control.
A childless woman in her late 20s.
Yeah. Lando P2, Oscar P3. And I'm going to go with a Lewis Fail King. Because he had a really bad Zandvoort last year after coming in after winning Silverstone with such the best vibes ever. And I think he's going to try and force himself to come in very positively, and it's not going to work out this year. No. Cyclical in nature.
Yeah.
Sick. I think that's it.
And that's it. Which brings us to the grid as ... which for the uninitiated is a moment in our podcast where we categorize a handful of riders and drivers from across the great wide world of motorsport as a person, place, thing, concept, and idea. And we have a listener submission from our dear friend of the pod, Maddie, who suggested we do engagement rings.
This is so good.
Such a good suggestion. Thank you so much, Maddie.
Do we mean stones or famous ones?
I think let's do famous engagement rings. I like that a lot.
Okay.
Would you like to go first?
I would love to go first. This is so much fun. Maddie, thank you. Oh my God, I'm so excited. The first engagement ring I've selected is Bella Swan's engagement ring. Breaking Dawn part or Eclipse or Breaking, whatever it is. The one that's shitty and disgusting.
I was doing Bella Swan's engagement ring.
Is Jorge Martin.
Is Lando Norris.
Oh, God. It's so good. It's so bad. I do also think, honorable mention, I do kind of also think Jorge Martin would love the Machine Gun Kelly ring that he gave to Megan Fox that, quote unquote, has the claws that, hurt to come off.
Yes.
He would eat that shit up.
Yeah.
Jorge could see being into that freak shit. Anyways, Princess Diana's original engagement ring is Pecco Bagnaia.
The one that's currently on Kate Middleton's finger?
Yes, because he is married to this establishment, Ducati, obsessed with the other woman. And he is tied to this legacy and this long-lasting history that he has also added to.
Yeah.
In this metaphor, his 2 world championships are Will and Harry, but That's kind of a crazy thing to say. Anyways, I have another bonus one.
Okay, you're taking all the famous engagement rings, but go ahead.
This is why I wanted to go first. Sorry.
Damn it.
This isn't an engagement ring. This is Princess Diana's freedom ring. This is her chunky, beautiful aquamarine ring that she started wearing when they first got divorced. This is Casey Stoner because he is the people's princess.
He is the people's princess.
What the fuck he wants, when the fuck he wants. He will say what he wants, when he wants. And I love that for him.
Yeah.
I think I nailed it.
I really think you did. So, as I said, I believe in my heart of hearts that Lando Norris is Bella Swan's fuck-ass engagement ring. The other one that I think, hear me out. It's not a famous engagement ring, but I do think that Charles Leclerc is a Tiffany ring.
Go on.
Because he's kind of similar to what you were saying about Pecco's, that even though it's not the prettiest ring, it is gaudy and establishment.
Yeah, there's a legacy of being the best that has kind of been disproven, which feels very Ferrari.
Exactly.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Or he's Ashley Simpson's engagement ring, which I encourage you to look up.
I will.
What do you want your engagement ring to be?
I go back and forth. I think for a long time I was thinking oval. Then more recently I've been really into the trois mois because I think that's such a lovely way of a lot of people bring stones to a marriage from their family. I think that's such a beautiful way of combining because I know I have stones from my family. I really, really loved Lily Collins's ring. Loved Zendaya's ring. I recently found one that also very single, just by the way. I recently found one that I really liked, which is a 3-stone ring. So it's 3 stones of pretty much the same size. I've had a lot of friends who have gone into an appointment and tried things on
that they really thought they were going to yeah.
Right. And it didn't look how they wanted. And then they tried something else on and ended up loving it and getting that. So I think the whole thing is to stay open.
I really want a pearl ring, but pearls are unfortunately so soft.
Emeralds are very soft and pearls are astronomically softer.
And onyx, which I have an onyx ring that I wear every day, and it is an incredibly soft stone, which is very frustrating.
Yeah.
I think Taylor's ring is so perfect for her. It's so gorgeous. I saw somebody say that's what Bella Swan's ring should have been, and they are 100% right.
I don't think it's book accurate.
No, but
if you were doing an interpretation, I think that is a good faith changed interpretation of Bella's ring.
If it were silver, yes.
Unfortunately, Stephanie Meyer has tacky taste.
Yeah.
So Bella Swan's ring was never going to be good.
I'm so happy that Taylor's ring is gold. She's a gold girly, but I'm so happy it's gold.
She was never going to do silver.
No,
platinum.
Of course not. She's classy.
I think that's it.
I think that brings us to the end of the podcast. Come hang out with us on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, YouTube. Make sure to share, engage with, rate, review, comment, etc., etc., etc. The podcast, help us grow. We really love and appreciate it. And come check out our website, MotoMouths.com. And let's keep chatting soon.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Mazel tov, Taylor. Bye.